So it's kind of when we're comparing ourselves, I think we need to know what we should be comparing ourselves to, and I think that's something that as a community and as kind of a cohort of people we don't do very well. It's kind of going actually what is normal in inverted commas, whatever we want to say that, but what is a realistic target? And when AK will talk about in training when he's talking about setting kind of smart goals, these specific, measurable, achievable, realistic targets. That you go, well, actually, if we don't know what's realistic, how can we be setting goals for ourselves? Because those goals need to be realistic, they need to be achievable. We can aim for 100%, but we'll constantly be beating ourselves up. Where in actual fact, maybe we should always be aiming for 75%, and then being absolutely thrilled and patting ourselves on the back when we're getting 80% and hitting those goals because that's a realistic goal. Um, and yes, and that'll be unique to everyone depending on whether you're low carb, high carb, depending on what your weekly routine is. If you're working shifts and you're constantly changing, your achievable target and realistic achievable target will be different than someone who has a perfect 9 to 5 and a really good routine. AK's talked a lot about kind of his routine over the years and his office routine, his failure to kind of nail his basal rates on his office routine. But that's going to be very different than if he's not out of the office. I mean, he's usually rocking up at the office about 7 a.m., but if not before that. But there's someone who's doing his shift pattern. So yeah, I think as a global community, what we need to get better at is trying to find some targets and then patting ourselves on the back when we're achieving normality, which is a really strange thing because it feels like I think we always beat ourselves up for not achieving good things, but actually just coming close to reality takes an awful lot of effort. A few hundred extra decisions a day to think about